So let's talk about making the record.
Sure.
Where did you make it? When did you make it? Everybody's kind of been doing all sorts of weird stuff because of COVID and all that. So
of course,
what's happening with you guys?
Well, it's kind of like last time we toured, my manager was like, which was like years ago at this point, right? It was like 2 years ago. My manager was like, do you want me to invite anyone special on to the tour? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, invite Sub Pop, like kind of as a joke.
Right.
And then he got a hold of them. And then the whole like, 15 people from Sub Pop came to our like little tiny show at the Vera Project. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. And then we went to like their office and they gave us a tour and all that. And we were like, oh, maybe they like us. Like maybe they're going to sign us, and we're all like excited. And then they were like, maybe it's not the right time for us. And we were like, shucks,
yep.
But we can do a singles club. So we did that and we're like, okay, this is cool. And then they said they wanted to do a deal with us. So we did. And then COVID hit. So we just kind of, me and the drummer and the guitar player, Ariane, we worked on the album, throughout the whole pandemic, the lockdown and all that. And so we had a lot of time, so to speak.
Yep. Yeah. I hear you.
And we were kind of like, okay, we're just going to try to stay positive here because this is real. Like not being able to tour for like 2 years is so crazy. But we are going on tour coming up.
Cool.
Starts April 7th. And so, yeah, we're getting back in the saddle, which is really exciting. It's going to be cathartic to play live again,
Are people feeling safe to go out and go to shows and stuff in the States?
I do have stress streams about working the merch table, like during COVID.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to find
involved.
masks, like trying to find the right t-shirt, but like also like navigating like sickness, like don't cough on me. And then like, feeling bad about like, I just don't know what it's going to be like, and obviously if the variants come back or numbers increase, we'll cancel obviously.
Right.
But I don't want to do that because it's like a lot of planning goes involved in this kind of thing,
Right. So did all of that stuff enter into the music that we hear, kind of anxiety and pandemic and COVID?
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you're, when you your life is simplified that way, you kind of really have to like look inward, and kind of like, I had to like reevaluate my life because my life was kind of like based around like touring, and like travel and like you couldn't, and performance, one of the reasons why I signed up for the radio show is because it felt pretty performative to like do that. I come up with a playlist. I have to come up with interesting, funny things to say. I have to record it, and so.
And did you also start taking voice lessons as well?
I did. I was taking voice lessons via Zoom, which I had never done. I mean, I studied violin since I was a little girl. But I was in like, my family was religious and, I was in like church choir and stuff like that. But I never had like the type of training that I had as a violinist, as a classical violinist. And so it was cool to kind of like learn. Just, I don't know, if I get bummed or down, I feel like learning something is like the best way to deal with that, whether it be reading or writing or taking a class or like something like that. I feel like stimulating my brain. I need to do that in order to.
So what did you learn about your voice?
That I have a good range and that like, the different places where the voice can, come out of and breathing stuff and confidence stuff. And we learned some Kate Bush songs. So that was fun.
There you go.
I love her. She's so weird. She's so weird and awesome. So and also it was fun to just kind of like hang out with a voice teacher like via Zoom and laugh and
And was this before the album was recorded?
It was while we were writing it, so it was kind of like influencing like my style and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, all righty.
Yeah.
The album starts with a tune called Cannibal Capital, I think. And I was expecting to see you possibly with a giant wig on because I saw the video.
Here today.
You never know.
Yeah.
So tell me why that's leading off the record, and tell me a little about making the video too, because it looks pretty cool.
Well, actually, that was the last song on the album that was written. And it was just kind of in response to kind of taking down others to get ahead, and
right,
you know, that kind of thing. And it was the last song that was written, and it just kind of felt like the best song, like it hit like the best, and that's why we chose it as, you know, the first single. And the idea for the video came to me after a nap, actually. Well, during a nap, I woke up,
right,
and I have my best ideas while napping, right?
I love a good nap. There's nothing like a 20-minute power snooze.
Exactly.
4 p.m. is my time, but yeah.
And so I was looking into directors. I'd never worked with a music video director before, but I was looking at some of the people I liked had used, and I came across Lisa Schatz, and I told her my crazy idea, and I was like, we have, 10 days until we need to get this together and film it. And she was like, okay, let's do it. And
there you go. That's what you want to hear.
So, she helped me organize my ideas and kind of find the dancers and find the camera people. And the editor was already a friend of mine, Max Berger. But we had a lot of fun. We rented a studio that already had lights in it. And it was awesome. It was a really awesome experience, getting my makeup done and all that.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
The dog was on set for 12 hours. He was a very good boy.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
You always get an animal. I noticed in Zoom interviews, usually animals make some kind of appearance. Usually cats, but sometimes
my cat just ran out of the room before the video. But
there you go.
He likes to sit on my computer chair. I don't know why.
Yep. Now, one track I wanted to touch on was Pyramid Human. Now,
Pyramid Hum.
Oh, sorry. That's exactly right. I can never remember or read my own writing, and I even wrote it right, but I can't read. Anyway, Pyramid Hum. Because there's almost I wouldn't say is rapping necessarily, but there's something kind of spoken-ish.
Yeah, there was some Aaliyah type influence there, I guess.
A poison thorn, the thicker flame, without a grip on the thin strip that kept you earthly. What will it fall? The paper doll, you lost it all when the rain came to water flowers.
That was actually one of the first songs we wrote, and it came from a track that Peter and our local friend Nick Forte, he's an electronic musician and just a really great guy and a friend. And he made all those samples in that song, and they had never known what to do with it. They were going to use it for their Project Dawn people. But then they were like, see if you feel inspired by this at all and see if you can write something for it. Mm-hmm. And I sat down, and within, the first time of hearing it, I just wrote down all the lyrics, and it just felt like it clicked, like another one, like Cannibal Capital, where it just it either takes me days and days and days to write something, or I just sit down and I'm like, this is what it is, this is exactly, so
comes out fully formed, eh?
Yeah.
And speaking of rapping,
or it takes forever, and I'm just
right.
Why am I don't know how to write? What is? I'm not a writer. I'm not a musician.
Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I think my favorite track on the record is Happy Me. So
cool.
Maybe there's some kind of vocal effects going on there, and it's kind of rocking.
Kind of like a vocoder type thing.
Yeah.
A little auto tune and stuff like that.
Each day a celebration. I am a radiant sun. All things are fascination. Happy me, happy me, happy me, happy me.
That was kind of like a mantra thing that I was like kind of working with. Each day a celebration. I am a radiant sun. All things of fascination. Happy me, happy me, happy me, happy me. Yeah.
And was there an inspiration for the song? It was something that got you in that direction?
I guess I was just kind of like reading about spirituality and Buddhism and stuff like that.
Right. So do you have some shows coming up?
I do, yeah. The next show is April 7th. It's going to be in Greenfield, Mass, Western Mass, at Hawks and Reed Performing Arts Center. And
have you been rehearsing as the band kind of got back together after all this?
Yeah.
What did it feel like?
It's been good. I mean, we've been rehearsing in New York City. So I drive down there and we practice every Wednesday and Thursday, and then I come back up.
Right.
Which is cool. And I get my city fix and I go eat at all the restaurants that I like and kind of walk around and watch people. And it's fun.
Sounds like the best of both worlds. Little New York City action, and then you're back into the woods.
Yeah. Walking around at Manhattan at night, looking in the store windows with the dog,
Although I've talked to quite a few folks who are kind of in that same area of the state that you are. Is there kind of a music scene? Are there other musicians that that live up there?
Oh yeah. Actually in my little town, which is like a really small town, there's another touring band that I'm good friends with, the Nude Party.
Uh-huh.
And I think they've actually come to New Zealand to play before.
I'll have to check and see.
Yeah, they're awesome. And we actually all work at the same brewery, like a beer place.
Yep.
And so we're all bartenders.
Excellent.
And so we all like kind of like cover for each other, like when we're like out on the road. And they're awesome. They're super funny. And like I think there's some other bands around too.
And have you been to New Zealand or this part of the world at all? Australia?
No, I'd love to though. Sometime. It seems very beautiful.
They're planning on opening things up. It's been very strange everywhere, including here.
Yeah.
So, we're just kind of riding it out at the moment, seeing what's going to happen next. All righty. And hopefully you can, when the record comes out, and what are you going to do on the day that it comes out? It's like March 25th, isn't it?
I don't know. We should have like a socially distanced party or something.
Yeah. Fun.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
A masquerade, if you may.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good idea. Anyway, all righty. Well, thank you very much for all that. It's fantastic. Thanks for taking time to talk to me. I appreciate it.
Of course, yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you down here sometime in the near future. And good luck with the record when it comes out.
That would be excellent. Okay, thank you for speaking with me.
My pleasure.
Bye.
Bye-bye.